Hello again. This is another piece from the first repertoire pieces for flute book. And this is Eric Satie's Gymnopédie. Originally, the three Gymnopédies were written for solo piano. This is an arrangement, obviously, for flute and piano. This is quite an exhausting piece to play. It's a lovely piece to play, but you'll see that it's marked lente triste, so slowly and sadly, and it has long phrases over long spans. So a lot of controls required for this piece. It's unusual, really, because the music is so still. Not a lot happens in it, and it's the same with a lot of Satie's music. It doesn't really. There's superficially there doesn't seem to be a lot of surface detail. It's all very still, few notes, but underneath lies the magic, I think. Apparently Satie was walking around the Louvre one day in Paris and happened to see a vase with three Grecian women dancing on them, and each of the Gymnopédies represents one of these women dancing, and that's why they're three. There are also three Gnossiennes. Satie was also a member of the Rosicrucians in Paris, and was responsible for the sect's music. They're great pieces if you don't know the Gnossiennes. I recorded one of them as a guitar piece on one of my YouTube videos, so you might like to have a look at that. Anyway, this is Gymnopédie 2. It begins E minor, but not really. It's like an E minor over G chord moving to a D7 chord, D minor 7th chord, and then it actually cadences on C right at the end. So the tonality is ambiguous. It's largely modal anyway. So tonality is not part of it. Anyway, I'll play it for you. So it's the spans, it's the long phrases, particularly during the second half of the, well, actually the second half of the first half of the piece, from about here onwards, knowing where to breathe. Push the breathing as far as you can, I think. Let me just play that. Let me just play that section for you from bar 15. So I breathed after bar 18, then took a breath before bar 19, and then made sure that I had enough breath to get to bar 25, the end of bar 25. So little phrases like that are really, the breathing is really important to maintain the musicality and the piecing and the phrasing. I use crescendo, some crescendos, diminuendos, but actually not a lot. They are marked in the music. You'll see they are marked here. So it's probably worth following those to begin with. This part of the piece starts loudly, and then the recapitulation, of course, again begins softly again. I suppose really it's in the piece is in two halves. You can't really call it a binary form piece or anything like that. It isn't Baroque music. If anything, it's like an organ piece with a vocal solo. Although Satie didn't conceive it as that. As I said, it was originally a piano piece. Be careful of the ties as well. There are ties in the first half, but particularly in the second half, in places like this, and also there. I'm using the piano score because I don't have a separate flute part for this, I'm afraid. So you will be able to get a score with a separate flute part, which is useful. It'd be good if you could find a friend as well to play the piano part for you and accompany you on the flute, because that is a really useful thing to do. Anyway, I hope that's useful for you and you'll enjoy playing that piece. It's a great piece to play. Okay, thank you for listening. Bye-bye.